keys in my hand. I can never understand how never land from a breakup, no.
After hundreds of battles throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Tonight, it's a battle for one team to join the greatest to ever play the game. Between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. Kate Scott and Brock Heward, happy to have you with us. And this an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one of the more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know. We've watched it through the centuries. Right? We know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win in just the third Super Bowl. David Tyree's helmet catch. Patriots in their perfection. And that lesser-known Tom Brady, yeah, they too got past the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
A tradition started back in 1967 has now reached its diamond anniversary. And off we go in Super Bowl 60. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out, one of the NFL's best stories as of late, a former third overall pick, Brock, who has revitalized his NFL career, Sam Darnold.
Kate, I can only imagine what's running through his mind right now. What an arduous fight across the entire NFC postseason to get to this moment. But I think this is one of those moments that you just go back in that backyard as a kid and you close your eyes and you dreamed of when you were little, and you're living in it right now.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Let's see, Kate. Establish a run, cash in on the opening drive, and play from in front. That's the dream scenario to any contest, and runs like that, it gets the ball rolling.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Finds him on the crossing route. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
All set to go now from the 35. Rolling on first. Here's Darnold. That's a catch. Jackson Smith and Jigba. And nothing to speak of after that catch as the completion gets him down to the 21. He picks up 15 on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. You're 2nd and 10 from the 21. And again, it's Darnold. He finds Smith and Jigba right side. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
First and 10, Darnold. Put him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it looks like it is Patriots football. It looked like those 6 points were theirs. They were right there on the horizon, but a very disappointing way for that to end, as instead they turn it over down near the goal line.
Yeah, I think the word I'd use here, Kate, is bittersweet, because it wasn't all bad. That opening drive still made it right to the edge of the end zone. A lot to build on here, but man, what a painful way for that drive to end.
So now it's the Patriots' turn to head out for the first time on offense. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles, that we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness, but I know when that ball gets snapped in his hands, this guy is ready for this moment because he's proved it all season long.
Throw left side caught by Douglas. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. A gain of 15 there. And the Patriots will have a first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Quite the start to that drive, huh, partner? First play sets him up at the 38. They'll run it with Travion Henderson. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Off the play action, May. He finds Diggs right side. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's May on 1st and 10. He'll get it completed to Travion Henderson. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. On the gun, it's May. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. To the air yet again, May. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive block. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right? And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. So Seattle retakes the field for their 2nd series. And they know they let points slip away with that fumble in the red zone, Brock. They're looking to get him back here. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. From the gun, Darnold. Caught by the open man. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Give him 25 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
And the Seahawks first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
It's a gain of 7.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd and 3 now. Now an inside give to Walker. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down, but instead the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy, and their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
2 yards on the play.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Smith and Jigba going to motion over left. This time looking to throw. Batted away at the line, incomplete. He didn't put it high enough to get it over that line. 2nd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Slot receivers headed left. 2nd and 10. Darnold. Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30. You're right at the 31. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
1st down, Seattle.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Now Darnold. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, they need 7. Toss play, this is Walker. And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Play number 9 of the drive. It's going to be 3rd and 5 to go. Darnold lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks go up 6-0 here in the 1st. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Patriots nothing.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. The Patriots offense headed out for their second drive of the game. And it was a situation they prepared for, no doubt, Brock, but hopes that they wouldn't see. They're down early in the biggest game of the year.
Hey, listen, nobody said winning championships was easy. This is an early test of whether they've got the resiliency to win it all. And we know this. When that final second ticks off, most Super Bowl champions, they've been the most resilient players, too.
May on 1st and 10. It's complete to Hunter Henry. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a New England first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play off behind the line.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It could be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Because once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
May now from the gun. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Yards on the play. That's good for a Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All set to go now from the 35. They'll try the right side. Here's Henderson. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Tackle made by DeMarcus Lawrence.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Operating from the gun, here's May. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throw here, 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
A gain of 26 yards. That's another Patriots first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Counterplay, it's Henderson. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations too, because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. To throw, here's May. Setting up the screen with Henderson. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Well, Brock, I think you and I both saw that one coming together from up here, and it became clear pretty quickly that if they got things going, that one could go the distance.
Yeah, the 6 points earned on any screen pass touchdown. I'd give half a point to the sell job of a quarterback, half a point to the effort of the running back, but 5 of those points to the big guys in front of them. They're the most important ones out there on that play, and in the best of times, they clear lane for a touchdown just like that one.
Roy Gallis tacks on the extra point. And the Patriots tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Young on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. In that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Now Darnold off the play action. To the left and pulled in by Cup. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
And the Seahawks first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Throwing on first. Here's Darnold. Short pass brought in. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says two things in every production meeting. Number one, well, we got to stop the run. And number two, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
He's got it over the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
This is Walker on second. Makes a tackle. He's still going. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Seattle.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost. He busts those tackles.
And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Throwing here, Darnold. And this one does not go far.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. To throw, here's Darnold. And he's going to have the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks break the tie here in the first. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the upright. And the Seahawks take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. The Seahawks with an early lead. More from Santa Clara coming up. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Travion Henderson. Escapes the defender. This makes it up to the 25. The Patriots running their offense out there. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. May off the play fake. Seahawks swarming him, and down he goes. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. Here's made to the air. Right side and into the hands of Douglas. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Back to the air. It's May. He finds his running back, Henderson. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Patriots will have a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a New England first down.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And he'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's May. That's taken in by Henry. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. May now. And he's not going to escape. The Seahawks brought the pressure, and they got him. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
Following the sack, needs some positive yards here. It is 2nd down and 18. May. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's third and very long. Here he goes, third and long. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up fourth and long.
That's one of those third down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
A 45-yard attempt.
Gallis connects, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Young on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Seahawks and Sam Darnold headed out for their next shot on offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10. Darnold now to throw. That's dropped underneath. Walker. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Just a yard left to go on second down. They'll give up the gut to Walker. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That's good for a couple of yards, and that gives the Seahawks the first.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
New set of downs from 37. Going to the ground again on first. Continuing to move past the 45. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. We have an injured player here. Looks like it's a member of the Patriots in some discomfort. Offense is set. First and 10. Running left, it's Walker on the toss. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. A gain of 15 there. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34. From the gun, Darnold. Caught, nice game left side. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Walker on first down. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
2nd down. Walker's going to get it again. And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Taken down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. 3rd and long for him here. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a 1st down here. So after the call, defense in a much different spot. Instead of forcing a 4th down, it's back to 1st. So now then, after the penalty, this is 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Caught just shy of the goal line. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Darnold looking to throw. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks now lead by 10. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks drive their lead to 11.
Patriots 10.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
For Seattle.
Fielded by Henderson. Making some progress here. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. First and 10 from the 32. Off the play action, May. Hits his running back. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Made a throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes this one up to the 41, so that makes a very manageable now 3rd and short.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Trying to sneak May. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
It's decision time for the offense after that one. If they're stopping you short on a third down sneak, you better be very careful going for it again.
The Patriots have their punting unit out. Bryce Baringer, the one to send it away. Jukes away from one. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. The Seahawks start headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Now Darnold on the play action. Barner with the grab. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
This is Cox. That's Cook. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st down from the 42. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 1st and 10. Darnold. Completed over the middle. That is exactly why you rally to the football. You got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
You know, Kate, sometimes I'm a little reticent to tip my cap to the defense, but that is a job well done. That was a wall to nowhere. A little shuffle pass ends up going backwards because that defense, well, they were sound, they were structured, and they knocked him on his keister.
Here's a screen now for Walker. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Darnold with it on 3rd and short. He's got his man. This is Walker. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Down, Seattle.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Play fake, Darnold. Right side, Shaheed's got it. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Running is Walker. And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. It doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Darnold with a quick pass out line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks push their lead to 18.
28, Patriots 10.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Patriots offense all set to go. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. New set of downs for him from the 31. Starting on the ground with Henderson. And give him 6 on the run as that play takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's going to be 2nd and about 4 on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More from Super Bowl 60 and Santa Clara in just a moment. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, here's May. Finds the in route complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. Throwing the out route complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. May now from the gun. Hits him on the in route. And he's taken down at the 30. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing again, it's May. Setting up the screen with Henderson. And this one doesn't go far. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
At the 26-yard line.
Second down now, 7 to go. Again, it's May. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Seventh play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. To the air yet again. May. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks are set just shy of the 25 after that tackle. And just like that, a really good drive is taken away with an INT.
Sure was a lot of promise on that series, right?
Yeah.
That's a small silver lining for them at the very least, but probably won't be much comfort now. And it's going to feel even worse when this quarterback watches the tape tomorrow.
The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And up a very comfortable 3 scores. Really no need to try and get anything here. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. And anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. So that is 2 quarters in the books here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. Now over to Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Final halftime adjustments of the season are out of the way. It's time to put them into action here. Quarter 3 of the Super Bowl is underway. Fielded by Henderson. He dodged the tackle. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Patriots offense out there to start this third quarter. In that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. He's got it over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
4 yards.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. To throw, here's May. That one's complete over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. He gets 6 on that play. And that's a New England first down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Henderson on 1st and 10. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Here's May to the air. Hits him on the out route. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. Give him 24 on that play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Henry on the catch. He's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. On right side, Henderson. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
May now to throw on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
7 yards.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he'll try to hit this one well. And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Space on the right. He's got room. Into the red zone. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks push their lead further to start the half. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown.
Kate, you saw me chuckling. You know I love celebrating that run, but you know what I really love? I really love watching those linemen, and they just get to celebrate. They love an explosive play like that. Doesn't mean a long extended drive, just a whole bunch of celebration.
Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks grow their lead yet again.
Seahawks 35, Patriots 10.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
To kick off for Seattle.
Fielded by Henderson. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Here's New England ready once again on offense. And this has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. Man, that's a New England first down.
I love that jet sweep for so many different reasons, Kate. But I really love when you get your athlete coming across, building up speed, so you can take off once that edge is set. He cuts it upfield, turns that type of run into a highlight reel run.
Escapes a defender. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Throwing is May. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, I'll say this, Kate. This quarterback's got some courage right there. He throws it into double coverage, and he's got a guy there in coverage who's already picked him off, and he don't care. Kind of like that gunslinging attitude, but you better be careful the next time around.
This is Henderson on 2nd down. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
May now on 3rd down. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
First down now, ball at the 33. Here's May. Nice run across the 15. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Patriots, first down. First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10. Trying an inside give to Henderson. And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots shrinking the lead some in the third. Well, Brock, you found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Corey Gallis on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Patriots make it an 18-point game.
35. Patriots 17.
Now Borregales on to send it away. Young on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. And he sure gave us all to make that play, but it hits the deck. It's going to be 3rd down.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Darnold with it on 3rd and short. He's got his man. This is Walker. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Walker now from the gun. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
All set to go now from the 35. First down, and they go right back to him. Again, he's got room. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
They'll run here on first down. And he stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's second down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. On with a quick pass out wide. That's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks continue piling onto this lead.
Patriots 17.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Jukes away from one. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The New England offense running out now. And the touchdown's got to keep coming for them as they still trail here. New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. Back to the air, it's May. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. They give now to Henderson. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Tackle made by the rookie from South Carolina, Nick Emanwari.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Made a throw it. That one complete to Hooper. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. May. Little off centers, man, just couldn't adjust to it.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. It's Henderson on the give. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, third down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Here he is on 3rd and short. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that brings up 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
Running for it, it's Henderson. And they bring him down around the 34. That is a clutch 7-yard pickup, partner. Pays off the call to go for it there on 4th down.
I think sometimes you hear 4th and 2 and it sounds like it's short. But what if I said 4th and 6 feet? That's a little bit more, and it takes a surge just like that to get it done.
Staying on the ground here with Henderson. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Operating from the gun, here's May. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that makes it 3rd down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Throw here, 3rd down. Seahawks swarming him, and down he goes. And now it's 5 sacks for them in this one. Man, this defense is eating. Latest brings up 4th down.
I got a sense, Kate. He went to bed last night dreaming, can I get a sack? Can I find a way to get to the quarterback? Well, he didn't do it just once. He's now done it twice.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Oh, he nearly coffin cornered that one. Just a little too far, and it's out of the side of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks and receiver Cooper Kupp taking the field once again. And their offense has been playing at an extremely high level as this has become a runaway quickly. They've scored each of their last 2 times out. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Play fake, Darnold. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 once again from the 20. From the gun, Darnold. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
Fourth down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. He has it at the 33. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Patriots running their offense out there. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. May now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff to Henderson. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Up to the ground by Nick Emanwari.
Emanwari on the stop. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and just 2 to go. On the draw, this is Henderson. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
That was a beautiful picture, Kate, of stop the run on the way to the quarterback. 3rd downs, I don't mind a draw call. You're thinking pass. You want those defensive ends to come upfield. But kudos to that whole defense to stop that run on the way to the quarterback.
Punting unit out now. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Motioning left is their running back. That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. Hard to believe, but just 1 quarter left in our season. We're through 3 in Super Bowl 60. It's the Seahawks in front as they sense a 2nd title is within their reach. Second and 10. Need something positive here. Now Darnold off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Five men in the secondary now for the Pats. 3rd down. Here he goes. 3rd and long. It's complete. Play made by Cup. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
On 1st down, they'll run. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Set up the screen. It's Shaheed. They come crashing down on that receiver screen, and they take him down behind the line.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. To throw, here's Darnold. Connection made to Shaheed. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
Seahawks, first down.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Darnold now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Sent back to their own side of the field on that last play. Some ground to make up here on 2nd.
My man.
Oh, it's out sharp, and they lost it on the hit. And this goes out of bounds. The fumble, not ideal, but hey, did end up being a small gain on the play. Near disaster a moment ago, but this drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. They'll throw 3rd and long. Catch made underneath by the back. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Jason Myers out there now to try a field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. We better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. It's far enough, but no good. He sent it just a little bit right. And looking at the scoreboard, Brock, I think they can weather the miss there.
Something I would have never said 20 years ago, Kate, when I started this business, but it rattles through my big old noggin now. That miss really has an effect on fantasy football owners more than anybody else. Imagine the poor soul somewhere, anywhere, who ends up losing in fantasy this week specifically because of that miss.
Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Anderson's going to take this straight ahead. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Sticking with Henderson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A lot of times we will see defenses get so overcommitted to defending that inside run, they're vulnerable to the outside toss. And that's when things open up and you can reset those downs.
At the 42-yard line.
1st down from the 42. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Trying to find a cutback upfield, but nothing doing. They take him down for a loss.
When you get that jet sweep to the outside, you have to. You have to get vertical. There is just too much team speed in today's NFL if you don't go north and south.
All right, here we go. Second down. Here's made in the air. Setting up the screen with Henderson. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
The Seahawks opting for a fifth DB nickel set for this third down play. From the gun, it's May. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
Desperation time here. He's looking deep once again. He's got it inside the 10. He's in for the New England touchdown. The Patriots putting up points in a game decided. Demario Douglas with the touchdown.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Corey Gallis on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Patriots make it an 18-point game.
42. Patriots 24.
Now Borregales on to send it away. Young on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to get going once again. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Here's Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Darnold. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball.
Donald hit, and he fumbles it. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And that right there is why they coach you to never give up on a play, Brock. Recover the fumble, and he's able to get him the first down, too.
Recovered by the offense.
They send a man in motion. Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Still going inside the 35. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Donald with a quick pass out wide. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. That's a pickup of 4 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. All the way, touchdown Seattle! The Seahawks keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop. Because a broken tackle, it can mean a touchdown.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks tack on 7 more to their lead.
49. Patriots 24.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Fielded by Henderson. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. May. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. This is Henderson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
At the 37-yard line.
New set of downs from the 37. Now the first carry of the game for Ramondre Stevenson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
At the 37-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's May. He finds he loses the football. And the Seahawks pick it up. Nothing doing on the return, but the damage already done, partner. They take it away on the fumble.
You know, we could go down on that field and ask any player about the first lessons they learned in the game of football, and almost every one of them, Kate's going to say the same thing. Ball security. I bet he could even hear his old high school coach's voice in his ears right now, telling him next time, you got to hang on to it better.
The Seahawks are ready for another drive on offense as Jackson, Smith, and Jigba heads out. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustment. While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
Previous play is under review.
Yeah, pretty bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. They'll come up on 1st and 10. Now a give to Stevenson, coming right. On the move, past the 40. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. They got 21 yards on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Fall forward, and I think you've got this first down, Brock. It's 2nd and inches. From the gun, a give to Stevenson. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Patriots trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. May now, 3rd and 2. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That one intended for Demario Douglas. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, get to down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
They'll try it now with Stevenson. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They only needed a couple, and that's exactly what they got, Brock. Not the most impressive game, but it's a big one all the same. That gets them a fresh set of downs.
You know, it sure looked like defense had done enough to hold them on that play, but credit that first down to a good initial effort and second effort to keep fighting to go get that extra yard needed.
Quick throw completed by May. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
2nd down now. They need 7. May now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
Well, simply put, Brock, they absolutely need to have the conversion here on 4th down. Trying to throw for it with May. And he scores. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots making the scoreboard look a touch better. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Corey Gallis on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Patriots make it an 18-point game.
49, Patriots 31.
Now Borregales on to send it away.
Kickoff for New England.
Shaheed now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Back-to-back carries here. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line.
Kate, I want you and the audience to imprint that play in your mind. When you hear me or any announcer say, oh, he's running downhill. Oh, get running downhill. Oh, you want to hit it downhill. That right there, that was running downhill.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Design quarterback run here. And in their first appearance in over a decade, Brock, I know we're both excited about this one. The Seattle Seahawks, Super Bowl champions for a 2nd time. Well, Brock, you and I talk about this often, multiple times throughout the regular season. List of greats who've never made it to this moment. It's enormous. Some of the best to ever do it across 100+ years of football. And those greats could not do what these players have just done.
No, because it was a group in such